And we are back with another episode of Within Heckling Distance. Take two for the day for undisclosed reasons. How have you boys been so far? We got Danny, we got Sam, we got Liam back. I know, Danny, you had something you wanted to say, so I'll let you lead off.
Listen, fellas, pure and simple. I'm coming in here a champion. Like I said last episode, I just exude greatness. They don't call me Dave Bright Lights for nothing. Me and the fellas this past weekend took home a big Beer Olympics win. There was only 3 of us against teams of 4. But we came out with the dub. I got a little trophy and a little medal right here. So yeah, just greatness. I was just born great, and I always am great. So
What do you
feels
do in
good.
a beer Olympics?
Yeah, that was
what
my
what is
choice.
the beer Olympics? Is it like you get drunk and then do stuff, or is it how much you can drink, or
It was like a bunch of just drinking games like Pong, Flip Cup, Beer Die, Elimination Flip Cup, a whole lot of different stuff that challenges you to drink and have some skill. And I'm just
So
great,
proud of
so
you.
I won, of course.
I will say, Danny, I think I'm better at Pong than you are.
I'm
Jack,
better at
you-
Pong than all
Jack,
of
you haven't seen me since I've been back to school. I've been absolutely dialed in.
Danny, I saw you right
I'm-
before you left, and you were pretty okay. So
Yeah,
I
you
And now
should've
I'm
just
dialed.
not
That's all I'm
stopped.
saying.
I'm not saying you're bad. I'm just saying I'm better. I gotta stay confident in my abilities.
dude? I play Pong underhand. I'm like Rick Barry.
What? You
Whoa,
underhand?
Yeah,
Whoa!
underhand.
whoa.
I do the curry.
How does it work?
No,
How's it go?
No.
Dude,
can't touch
I don't
that.
know. I can't do this. Even though I play basketball, like I don't know. The ball's too small or something.
That's
I
ironic
can't
'cause
do it.
You played basketball in high school too, and none of us
Yeah,
did, right?
yeah. I'm retired. Yeah, I don't play anymore.
I did it pre-high school, but
Yeah.
I was,
Pretty
fun.
nice.
I was a great rec guy and
Yeah,
blue guy, so
dominant in the rec league.
back before I became a fucking giant, when I was like 5'7", they're like, "You can play point guard," and I was like, "Okay." And I played for 2 years, and I was like, "Fuck this! This
they put
sucks."
you at point guard.
I was like, "All right, cool." It was like middle
Bananas.
school shit. Yeah, not a good time.
I mean,
I don't.
Yeah, I was pretty big going into high school. I think I should have tried out, but I didn't want to dominate too much.
Back where were you?
Yeah, I don't
4'11"?
know how that happened for you. You were like what, 5'1"?
I was 4'10" as a freshman.
4'10".
Yeah, 4'10".
Yeah, I gave you too much credit.
Yeah, I was.
That must have been tough.
It was.
Hey, I will say I
You
played.
guys had friends.
No, I didn't. I don't think. I'm convinced I didn't have like many real friends. I think Danny was my friend at that point. I didn't know Liam then. I had like a few friends, and I played the cute, tiny little boy card really well. I
Yeah, you
played
did.
I played to my
Yo,
strengths.
I
Like,
did.
Dude, then you grew up and you didn't know what to do.
yeah, no, that was a big part of it for a few
Right.
years. I was so
You
lost.
just started panicking. You like you go to the amusement park, you can't like pussy out of roller coasters anymore. You actually
I
got to
still
go
do.
on.
I don't like roller coasters. That's a fact.
I'm
Hate
with you
roller
on that one.
Can't do it.
Dude, I went to Six Flags on my senior field trip, and it was raining out that day. And first of all, I'm tall, right? I'm 6'3". So Superman, they have a height limit, right? So I'm just at the top, right? And I was not allowed on before. They allowed me on to that day. So my knees are like up like this, right?
Yeah.
So we finally get on. It's raining. We're going up the thing, and we're going up, and then we get stuck at the top for like 15 minutes. It's raining, right? So I'm like, all right, we're gonna go back down, get off, and that'll be it. I don't have to go through the ride. Cool, man. No, we go forward after we think the ride's broken. By the way, we start going forward, and then we go through the rest of the ride. I get a nice cramp in my hip because my leg is like both my legs are like tucked against my chest. I was absolutely scared for my life. I thought the ride was gonna break. Unbelievable.
I went on a roller coaster ride in what's the name of that amusement park that's Christmas themed?
Oh, Santa's
Santa's
Village.
Village?
I went
That's
to
the
a
fucking
ride.
shit.
I went to a
That is
ride
on
at Santa's
fire.
Village
Ben.
when I was 16, so I was still pretty tall, and I went on this like I think it was like a dragon themed or something stupid. It was like one of those like spinny ones where you go sideways,
Mhm.
and how it connects, it goes sideways, and then the bar goes over. And I remember sitting there and feeling like the air rush over my head from the bars above me, and I was like, I think I'm all set on roller coasters for
Yeah.
forever. I was like, the thrill is cool and all, but like getting decapitated at a children's Christmas park, like that doesn't really seem like something that I want to be known for.
What's that theme park that's like children's themed? No, it's like
Storyland, where
Storyland?
fantasy lives.
Storyland. Yes, you guys know
Another
Storyland.
Banger. Another
I've never
banger.
been. I've never been to either of those
What?
parks.
It's pretty
Yeah,
good.
no.
Storyland's fun. They have like one roller coaster. It's called the Polar Coaster, right?
The shit.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah,
good-
absolute
good
shit.
name.
Okay, I'll paint you a picture. Picture 8-year-old, maybe 7-year-old, 9-year-old, around that age, Jack, right? Hates roller coasters, always has. The idea just scared him.
3'8".
Afraid of heights, yeah, 3'8", tiny little shit. Okay? Dad finally convinces me to hop on the polar coaster. I'm feeling confident that day, right? I hate heights, hate speed. I don't even like water slides. Like, I'm terrified of heights, like deathly afraid.
All right.
Finally convinces me. I get on. I'm right next to my dad. I'm like holding his hand. I'm like terrified, right? Shaking. Puke, like projectile vomit halfway through the ride.
You
like
puked on the
everywhere.
polar coaster?
Danny,
Pussy.
have not been on a roller coaster since. I puked
Bro,
on the.
that
I've
thing goes like
never-
15 miles per hour. How'd
I
you
took that as a
puke?
Yeah, and I took that as a sign, Danny, and I've not been on one since.
I don't think I've ever got motion sick on a roller coaster.
couldn't do
No.
it.
I think you probably didn't get motion sick. I think you were just nervous. Maybe you got like anxiety sick because that's happened to me before. I've thrown up because I was
Anxious
nervous.
motherfucker. I went to therapy because I was scared of the fire alarm in middle school. No,
That
Yeah,
checks
please.
out. That seems like something Jack would be
I
afraid
am
of.
an anxious bastard. I wasn't even scared of the noise. I was just scared of the anticipation. I was like, it's gonna happen. I'm gonna die. I was just fucking. You guys know those kids who they had to take out of the school because they were too afraid of the fire alarm before they pulled the trigger? That was me. Okay, well that's a thing, and they took
was
me out.
just
Yeah, I
Look,
didn't know that
Just
was
Jack,
the
that
thing.
sounds like just you. I don't
I'm trying to
understand
think of the-
like
Go ahead.
anxiety about stuff like that. Like that's so mundane, like a fire alarm. Like I have anxiety about, like dying alone. Like that's pretty like that's normal adult shit. Like a
Yeah,
fire
like,
alarm, like
I'm scared
whatever.
of dying in a plane crash.
was
Like,
11,
terrorists
like,
think
that's
you-
normal.
Adult.
I think even as a kid, I was just like fire alarms. Whatever. I had a big fear of bees, though. I will say that that's my fault.
What's
Bees,
your guys' biggest fear? We'll go to that then. What's your biggest
Bees.
fear?
bees.
bees?
Dying alone
Why?
and bees.
Those two don't go together. Dying
Dude, I will
alone.
throw hands with any bee that comes near me. I don't give a fuck. I know people that pick up the bumblebees and pet them, and they're like, "Oh, they're so cute." And I'm fucking
Who the
smashing them
fuck
with
does
books.
that?
Dude,
Yeah, who does
How
that?
crazy you gotta be to do
bumblebees
that?
don't have stingers, so like you can
Still?
fucking grab them.
I'll fuck with
They're
that.
just cute.
But
You gotta
why?
be really
Fuck
looking
them
out
up
for
there.
that shit if you want to find a bee without a stinger.
Wait, do you have a reason as to why you're so afraid of bees, though? Is there a specific reason? or-
Okay, so when I was like 11, I was at my dad's house in Worcester, and I was at the neighbor's house, and there was this big German Shepherd who liked to dig a lot. His name was Radar. Shout out Radar. Radar was digging, and he dug into one of those bees' nests that like hide underground, and he just started rolling around. I was like, "Oh, I wonder what's with your dog." And all of a sudden, a fucking swarm just flipped right over my chest. I was like in a fucking Vietnam movie. It was like, I was like shot over the helicopter. And I was just like 11. I was screaming. I was like, this fucking sucks, dude. Fuck bees. So now any buzz, anything, even if it's from like a fly, I'm like fucking fight or flight mode.
Wow. All right then. So Liam hates
Wow.
bees. Danny,
I will
fear?
I don't really fuck with flying that much. Like, let me tell you, I went to Europe right before Rona. Like in January, I was in Italy. Like 2 weeks later after I left, like
Yeah, and you
full
licked the
blown
building.
lockdown.
You
Okay, yeah. So that's a story.
Danny, you gave
licked
me
the
Corona.
Colosseum.
I licked the Colosseum and the Duomo.
You like the Colosseum?
I licked the Colosseum.
Oh my god.
So I was in
Put
a
it on
pub.
TikTok.
I was in a pub and this guy we were talking to was telling me this story about how his buddies dared him to lick like an Aztec like sacrifice site. They're like, bet you won't lick it. So he's like, bet, and he licked it. And I said, I was like a few beers in, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna lick the Coliseum. We go in 2 days. I'm gonna lick it, and I'm gonna send you a video on Instagram. We follow each other on Instagram. I went there, and I just gave it a little, bloop, just a little lick, just a little lick, and then drunk, I hopped the fence and licked the Duomo in the Sarah Florence.
the Duomo is disgusting.
It had a fence, so like, who's touching
Yeah,
it?
it has a fence, but Florence.
You
like,
apparently. You
I love
fucking
Florence,
licked
but
it.
Florence is disgusting sometimes, and Rome's not much better. I went to Rome when the garbage people were on strike.
Oh no,
It was disgusting, but it was my best vacation. But it was like,
Rome's overrated. Rome's
wait,
over.
so-
whoa.
Danny Heights, you say? Sorry, Danny Heights?
Oh no, planes.
Oh,
Fuck
planes.
planes. Bro,
Alright.
Dude, my
I'm a
mom,
gay motherfucker in
my
planes.
mom is a flight attendant, so she literally flies for a living. Yeah.
Couldn't be me.
flying.
Yeah.
Fun.
No, my mom would tell you, she'd be like, "There's like millions of flights. Why would yours crash? Like, why would yours be the one that would crash?" That's what she would say.
I don't know, but let me tell you, when I flew back, I flew from Norway to New York. My doctor gave me a little prescription. I popped 2 pills. We had just taken off from Oslo. All of a sudden, I woke up. We are now approaching John F. Kennedy Airport. And I was like, this shit was great.
Danny, I flew from Logan to Las Vegas, then from Las Vegas to Hawaii, then from Hawaii to Seattle on the way back. Do you think you could have survived a trip like that? Because I've done the overseas flights. But
With
like
pills?
No pills. I did it without.
No pills?
I didn't sleep on any of them either.
Sound like
I
a
sound so
crackhead.
scared.
Listen,
No.
I could survive. Like, it's not like a deathly fear. I'll just be an anxious motherfucker the whole time. Someone stands up, I'm looking at him. I'm like, is that guy
Is
gonna...
it like a terrorist attack or is it just like an explosion?
Yeah, are you afraid of terrorists or are you afraid of
I just don't want to fucking die. I don't
Well, that's
know.
why
Like,
you can't put water bottles and shit in there. That's
Well, yeah.
why.
I don't know. He still could have that motherfucking thing on him. I don't know.
All
Danny,
right,
you should be
Sam.
an air marshal.
Hold on.
Sam.
I'll do mine in a second. I've been to China, right? That was a 14-hour flight, Danny.
Oh,
God.
14 hours.
Zan me the fuck out.
14 is
Yeah.
way too long.
Yeah,
Good
no.
night.
Not worth it. Don't go.
No.
Honestly, I mean, I was there for 2 weeks, 3 days. I was good to go home. The
Where in
only
China
cool
were
part
you?
about going to China, what'd you say?
Where were you in China?
Shanghai, and then we went. It's called Hangzhou, and don't go. It's
Damn,
not.
Joe's
It's not fun.
Joe's a thick boy. Hung Joe, bro. He gets all the bitches.
Yeah.
All right, that was a terrible joke. Continue. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, boo.
But the
All
most
right.
lit part about going to China is you get to like go to like the shops where they have all the DHL jersey or DHgate jerseys, like that stuff. So you literally get to go there, see if it's good, and then pick out the one you want. Like that. That is the good part about going. Go there, do that, come right home. That's
Did you
it.
do some like hardcore like negotiation stuff? Like I've watched some
Dude,
videos.
my mom had people chasing her down the like the little strip. They were like, she was like, oh, like, you know, like that price is too high, and they would come after her. No, like $20, like that's fine, $20 fine. I mean, I love it. Yeah,
I love it.
What's your fear,
Uh,
Sam?
Yeah, what's your biggest fear?
snakes. Very, very afraid of snakes, man.
That's fair.
Uh,
That's fair.
I can get
Yeah.
behind that. Yeah.
Yeah, like
Valid.
I don't know what it is. They don't have arms or legs, and they can move. That's kind of freaky, to be honest.
They can move.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, but like, so I was in like 6th grade, and like they had like, you know, the friggin' reptile places, those freaks. Imagine working at one of those places. Like,
So
you take-
freaky.
Yeah, they bring the big ass yellow snake, right?
Yeah.
Dude,
What
I
if
knew
that
they were-
like eats a kid? Like, am I the only one that stopped this? Like, what if just like?
No, I mean, I thought that too. I mean, I heard they were coming. I said, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I just hung out there for like a half hour. I wasn't dealing with that shit. Fuck that.
I love
Right.
it.
You're gonna bring things to a school of traumatized kids. You might as well bring an AR, honestly. I
Oh
mean,
my god.
I remember I have a connection to the Tiger King
Do
community.
you really?
How?
Yeah. So one of the animals for Tiger King used to travel, and he went to King Richard's Fair one year. And I didn't realize this till about 2 months ago. I was like, oh wait, shit, I know him. I was like 9, and he put the big fucking Burmese python around my neck, and he's like, it's not gonna kill you, it's not gonna kill you. And I was like, okay. He fucking wrapped around my. There's a photo of me somewhere, like 100 pounds soaking wet with this giant fucking snake wrapped around my neck. Looking back, I don't know what my parents were thinking allowing that. Cause like what Danny said, what if they just fucking ate me?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what
You don't
like
know.
no one talks about.
Like they have the ability to at any moment.
Just
You guys-
swallow you whole.
That's why I don't
You
like
guys see
bees.
the
at any
video
point.
of you see the video of the guy that was he was like on his jog and like the cougar was after him.
That
Yeah,
shit's
dude.
terrifying.
That pissed me
No,
off. There were so many rocks on the ground. He could have thrown a rock at it, and he's like, "Bro, get
He
back!"
did. He threw it at the end.
At the end, I watched like 10
Yeah.
seconds. I was like, "This guy's fucking stupid."
No, it was 6 minutes, and the thing was just it was like pump faking him too. It was like fake charging at him. Dude,
See,
that guy
man,
looked
like-
like he should have been dead like 10 times.
Well, the
Man,
thing
like,
was
I'm
like
different. I'd kill it. I'm built.
All-
I'm just different.
all like the experts were saying that like it wasn't actually trying to attack it. It was trying to like scare him off from like his nest with like his cubs. Because like if you think about it, like if a
Oh
cougar
yeah,
wants
that's
you
what he was
dead,
trying to do.
you're
But
fucking
like,
dead. Like just
if it was him or the Cubs, he was dead.
exactly. Like I don't
He's
know how
lucky
he
the
was just
thing
was like.
decided it was like, yeah, all right, I'll leave you alone.
Well, there was a guy who killed a cougar with his bare hands last year in like Washington. It was on top of him. He stuck it Okay, he stuck his finger in its ass and punched it in the nose, and it died. Cause like it was so shocked. Yeah, Danny, that's the exact same face I made. The cougar was so shocked to have a finger in its ass. It was like, huh, and the guy just reeled back and punched it right in the snout, and it like fucking died.
Liam, you think you're built different? That guy is.
That guy's built different. There are a
different.
lot of things I would do to, let's say survival. Like I would do a lot of things. I'm not putting a finger.
Yeah, I was gonna say
cougar's ass.
that dude has next level survival instinct. Up a cougar's.
Yeah, he's like, do I want to run or do I want to stick my finger in its ass? He's like, you know what? I'm gonna stick my finger in its ass.
There was a guy, I know a lot of these stories because I just like reading stupid shit. There's a guy getting attacked by a bear, and the bear like opened its mouth to like bite him, and he reached his hand in and pulled his uvula down, and the bear just threw up and was like, fuck that, and ran away.
That's hilarious.
Do you think he's
like, he's like, real shit, you want to eat me? And he like grabs him.
He was like raring up, and he's like, fuck it, and he just pulled it. And apparently that's like what you're supposed to do if like he has your arm. You're supposed to reach in and pull. Because they don't usually throw up because they're fucking bears. They know what they're doing. Like
I'm just picturing the image of him reaching in and grabbing his uvula like it's a fucking Tom and Jerry cartoon.
The bear just like his cheeks get all big.
His face turns a little green.
Yeah, the bear starts freaking out because he's never thrown up before.
And the guy was like, well, I guess I'm just gonna go home. Fuck that. I threw up all over this guy. I'm so embarrassed.
I get embarrassed.
He's like, I've ruined your.
Jack, can I tell you the Lefty story?
Go along.
Oh yeah, Lefty story. We were on the topic of stories last week. Danny and Liam know the story well, but Sam, you'll be
I've never
shocked.
heard you guys get a live reaction.
So
I don't even know what it's about.
Oh,
my fantasy football team name is called Lefty Lives On, right? R.I.P. Lefty. And Lefty is in reference to my left ball. I was in gym class sophomore year. Danny's already
I'm just look at Sam's face right now. When you said left ball, he just like gave a quick like double look, just like.
No, it's because once he finishes the story, if it's what I think it is, like.
Let me start the story by saying that I do actually have two balls still.
Okay, all right. So I actually
Allegedly.
know somebody that had to like have one of their balls removed.
Okay.
Yeah, so I was like, really? It's like this is a common thing?
No, almost. They still like to theorize that I have one, but I have two. Anyways, gym class, sophomore year of high school. I'm playing pickup basketball with this kid. We played 1v1 every day. It was Will Hogan, actually. I'll name drop him. Whatever. I don't really give a shit. He didn't even know he did it, but nice enough dude. We're playing basketball. He goes up for a layup. I'm playing defense. That's the one thing you can never tell me otherwise. I'm not good, but I always try. I always play defense. And this kid's a clearly better basketball player than I am. So he goes up. Yeah, of course. You always hustle. I'm a hustle player. He goes up for a rebound. Knees me right above my my precious area, I suppose you can call it, my balls. Knees me right above it. He didn't even hit me in the balls. Right above it. Right. It still hurt like a bitch though, because it was right in the area, right? So I'm down. I'm like, oh my fucking god, I'm gonna die. I go into the hallway, get a drink of water. I don't know if I ever told you this story, Liam, Danny. I went back. I finished the game. I finished the 1v1. Yeah,
Game recognizes this game.
Of course. Finished the 1v1. I go to my next class, Spanish class. I go up to my teacher, Miss Palma. Can I go to the nurse, please? She goes, why? I go, I have a stomach ache. And I don't always ask to go to the nurse, right? But I'm not gonna tell my Spanish teacher why I actually want to go to the nurse, right? So I'm like, can I go to the nurse? I get there, and I get there, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna level with you. I got hit in the balls with gym class because I know the nurse. She's a nice enough lady, right? And she goes, why don't you go check that out in the bathroom? Because I don't think you want me doing.
Yeah,
it.
but you said he didn't hit you, right? He missed. He hit above you, right?
Yes, but
Did you get like a forced hernia?
The pain felt like he hit me. So I go in the bathroom. It's split down the middle, right, Sam?
Oh my god!
No. Not actually split. Not actually split. I'm giving you a visual. It's not actually split.
All right.
Ripped in half.
Half of it is just blue. Like straight, like the color of Danny's shirt right now. Like straight
Probably
down.
good.
And like
Probably
just
good.
one half, it's enlarged and blue. And so I'm sitting there, I'm like,
Jeez.
holy shit, I'm gonna die. I was, I couldn't walk. Like that shit was like inflamed. I could not walk, right? So I'm dying.
I mean, you
man.
walked before you saw it. You were fine.
No, I hobbled. There's a difference. I hobbled to the nurse's office. I was in pain. So I go home, right? Because I'm terrified at that point. I'm like, Mom, you need to pick me up. I'm not staying in school for this shit. I didn't go back to school for 2 weeks because I was in and out of the hospital. Sam, I had to get two. Do you know what what's it called?
Ultrasound.
Yeah. You know what an ultrasound is?
Yeah, you were pregnant.
Yeah, exactly. On my balls. Twice.
Were the nurses at least hot?
No.
It's a
Did
school
they give you
nurse.
like
No,
lotion
no,
to like
Sam.
rub on it? Or
Oh,
was it
you.
just, like,
Oh, yeah, that's right. You had to get an ultrasound.
Yes, an ultrasound. And to a little paint you a little bit more of a picture. They had me lift up with a towel my my dick, right? And then they ultrasound my balls. And I'm sitting there, right? Like this is the most embarrassed I have been ever and ever will be. Cause like you are just sitting there like with one lady who goes to get a second opinion, might I add. I'm like, you don't second opinion. You don't need that. Like stop. You're just playing. Like it's not
Dude, the
funny.
best is when you go to get your physical and they're like, "Yeah, I have a student with me today. Can they come watch?" And you're like, "No."
I'm just I had to go to Children's Hospital, go to another appointment, and they said that if it didn't fix itself within 2 days, I would have had to get it drained.
I think
Drained.
my cousin had to have that done. He had to have his balls drained.
Not
This is a common thing. I know, like you're the third person I know that's had to have
You know
some kind of
3
ball
people
work
who've
done.
had this
God,
issue?
love you. Holy shit.
Not the same exact thing, but I know the one kid that lost one. He actually was in Rough and Rowdy last
Oh,
November.
shit.
One
Oh,
nut
shout
Dave.
out.
Did he
Yeah.
win?
Yeah, he won. It was lit.
That's what's
And
And
important.
then
It's not
I actually went. It was pretty
I
fun.
get my ass kicked in Rough and Rowdy.
Yeah, but then let's see. My cousin, I guess he had to have his balls drained. I don't know why. And then Jack,
Yeah,
serious.
not a
That's
fun time.
great.
So that is why my fantasy football name is Lefty Lives On as a meme, because Lefty will always live on in my heart.
I'll give you an embarrassing story to pair with that, so you're not alone out
Thank
there. A little backstory about me. This attractive face you see right here. I used to be a whore. I used to just be
Beast?
an absolute whore. Yeah, not anymore. I'm a good boy now.
All right.
But one day.
Beast.
Are you, Liam? Are you?
Yeah,
yeah.
it's Cass.
I'm a good boy for the most
Cat.
part. But I
Good
met
boy when
We
you-
all know behind your green screen you just have a giant cross.
don't worry about it. I do pray every night. But I matched with this.
Let me tell
I-
you. Let me
let's
tell you,
call-
it doesn't work. I went to church before Game 6. It's a bunch of shit. I gave him $3. Nothing happened.
Oh, you paid a tithe.
Unbelievable.
Oh, God love you. But anyway, I matched with
Unbelievable.
this girl. Let's call her Amy. All right. Amy and I were like, let's just fuck. And I was like, all right, cool with me. Popped a couple of Xans because those are very fun. And then we started having sex. And if anybody's ever taken a Xanax, you become a very different person. And when you add alcohol into the mix, you become a very, very different person.
I'm learning things today.
Yep. So we're we're going at it. We're having a good time. And she's doing her talking. She's like, "Oh my God, that's so good." And she's like, "Oh,
Yeah,
you're the
is
best."
that what you said? Is that what you said?
Let me finish. She goes, "You're the best I've ever had." And I look at her dead in the eyes and I go, "Why are you lying to me right now?" And that was like a subconscious thought. I didn't mean to say that. And she was like, "What?" I was like, "What?" She's like, "Well, no, what the fuck did you just say?" I was like, "Don't worry about it." She's like, "No, no, we got to talk about this." And I was like, "I'm all set." So I called an Uber and left.
What a beast.
Like,
Wow.
imagine, like, you're the best I've ever had. Why are you lying to me right now? Like, at least I know. Like, I'm proud of myself for like holding myself to a standard.
Wow.
But she unmatched me the next day. So shout out
Yeah,
Amy.
she unmatched
We had
you.
a wonderful time. I wish we spent longer together.
Dude, I like quip when I'm doing that. Like I make jokes.
Dude, me too. I feel like a fucking asshole about it.
No, I don't
Because,
feel
like-
like an asshole.
No, because they always look
laugh.
so awkward. But like when you laugh during sex, that throws off the whole vibe. 'Cause then
Yeah.
it's like, do I keep this up? Do I turn this like joke something like better? Like, what do I do? I don't know where to go.
Yeah,
Disgusting.
it's just I don't know. Silence is awkward.
Dude, I
I
remember one
once-
time I was like getting tired. I was like, dude, like good thing I run. I was like, imagine if I didn't run, I'd be dead.
Have you ever?
She's
have you
like,
ever had-
what's your 40 time?
have you ever had a girl that just doesn't like? She doesn't contribute anything. She's just kind of there.
Yes.
For,
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
So I did that. Ready? And I have glasses, right? Liam, you do you wear your glasses during sex or do you take them off?
Why would I wear my glasses during
Alright.
sex?
I'm just
I
confirming.
bet it's better a little fuzzy. You can't really see everything. It's just kind
The
of a
heat of the
guessing game.
moment.
Yeah, I don't either, right? I take them off, right? And the way my dorm room was set up, I had like a TV up here, and so it was one of those times where she wasn't really contributing much. So I put my glasses on and I turned on The Office midway through because I was bored,
Oh,
and I
my
just started watching.
What?
I
Jack.
just like, bro, nothing was happening. I was like, this is stupid. I don't like this is pointless. So I just threw on The Office and wrote it out. As you say.
Oh
Savage.
man, Jack.
It
Jack,
happened.
did you have to wear special glasses when you played basketball?
Yeah, I had
I
goggles.
to wear
did too. I
goggles?
found them earlier.
Mhm. Yep.
What the
They
fucking
called
One of
me-
my friends has to wear goggles.
I am still known around campus by the kids I played with freshman year as Kareem. They still call me Kareem. I'm so serious because like I don't know why I am as white as could be, but they just called me Kareem because
To
I
wear
wore the glasses.
goggles. It's the only
Yeah.
person they can think of that knows that they wear
Facts.
goggles.
They called me Kareem, and every time I swear this guy I know, his name's Peanut. Shout at him. That genuinely, his name's Peanut. He's a cool dude.
His
he-
name's
he-
actually Peanut.
no, I think his name's something else. I think it's Michael
Peanut.
or something. But like he's
Oh.
Peanut, right? That's what they
Well,
call
you
him.
said genuinely his name's Peanut. I thought that was his
I know.
government name.
He's like
Yeah, you made it seem like it was his
You're right,
new
you're right.
last name.
his. Everyone calls him Peanut, right? And he just calls me Kareem. I swear he didn't know my name till like I knew him for like 2 years, like vaguely, like played basketball with him. He didn't know my name. He just called me Kareem. So
Dude, I know people like that. Like they just don't know your name,
yeah,
and like you don't even want to correct them because you don't care.
yeah,
right?
it's
Yeah,
just-
Dude, I had this one guy thought my name was Pat. I was like, dude, my name's not Pat.
you look like a Pat. I can see that.
Definitely don't. I definitely don't.
Yeah.
I see some Pat vibes.
Yeah, that's
all right,
pretty
fine.
good.
Let's play this game then. If each of us, okay, Liam, before we play this game, you might want to take the glasses off.
Why?
What does each one of us look like if you had to give them a name? Because right now I'm getting serious like Humphrey vibes from Liam. But let's take the glasses off.
Humphrey. You're saying he looks like a dog? Dude, that's like a
Yeah,
dog name.
Wow.
it is a
What'd you
dog.
say I sound like? I had my headset off.
You look like
It's
a
a Humphrey.
with those goggles.
Humphrey. What? All right.
Liam, those goggles did not do you justice, man.
Listen, I
All
gotta
right.
wear 'em when I'm on the court. You know,
Yeah, no, that's true. I
look
stopped
good,
wearing.
play good.
This is what happens when you don't wear your goggles on the court and where you wear your glasses. Look at this. Ready?
Oh,
Oh my
pain,
god.
dude. What?
And this is tape. This
Get
is
new
duct-
glasses.
that's
What the
duct tape.
fuck?
It's bro. They broke like during quarantine. I couldn't go get new glasses.
Oh, didn't they
No.
break when we were playing?
Maybe, possibly, yeah.
I think it might have been us.
They've
I
been
remember.
for a long time.
I
but-
probably just yammed too hard on you and just like.
And
shattered.
whenever like the eye doctor fixes them, he puts them like
You didn't
this. So
deny. Let the
they're s-
record
they're-
show he did
they're
not.
supposed to be for a sec, but they're supposed to look like this, like right up against my face, like this, and I look like an idiot. Tell me I don't look like a moron right now. Like this looks so stupid. So I break them a little bit and I put them down here so where they're comfortable.
Danny, you look like a Kevin. A little
I don't
bit.
know if anybody notices that but you, Jack.
Yeah.
Alright. Well, it feels uncomfortable. I'll say it that way. They feel uncomfortable. So
That's
I don't.
fair.
But Danny looks like a Kevin.
I can get some Kevin vibes from
Am
him.
I a cool guy, Kevin, or a nerd, Kevin?
Yeah, oh, what's up? My name's Kev. You know, I'm Kevin.
From
People call me
Kev, not Kevin.
Well, you're Kevin, but some of your good friends call you Kev. It's like, oh, what's up, Kev?
Okay, yeah, okay, I'll take that. I'll take that all day.
Sam,
see
I see Pat from Sam and Jack. I
Hey,
feel
Pat's
like
not
Alan.
a terrible name.
I feel like Alan for Jack. I don't know why.
I don't want to be
Definitely
Patrick as
Alan.
Pat, though.
I see an Alan
Whoa,
vibe.
whoa,
That's
whoa.
not a bad thing. Alan's
like-
not a bad name.
Am I like Alan Houston or am I like Alan from Sesame Street? Like
You're
what?
like
what's
Alan Fung, the mayor of Cranston,
fuck?
Yeah. All right, I'll go
which
with that.
no one knows because they're not from Rhode Island. I don't know, Jack. You look Asian to me, even though you're not.
I thought I was
It's
Asian.
the, I did too. It's the glasses. When
Yeah,
you take 'em
I don't
off,
know
our
what
eyes
it is.
become
You-
empty.
Yeah,
You
I look
like you're
Asian when I
Asian.
take my glasses off.
No, you look like you're
Really?
Asian with them on.
So I think Liam, I don't know why. Maybe it's because you said Alan for Jack, so I got thinking about Alvin and the Chipmunks.
Not very
So-
nice.
I think you're kind of giving me Theo vibes, not Theodore, Theo.
pronounce it right. It's not hard to pronounce.
It's not a
Not-
hard name.
No,
Yeah, I guess that's
Ecker-
why he's teaching gym, dude. When I was in high school, I went to this private school my first 2 years, and I left because I really never wanted to go, but that was my parents that wanted me to go. This one gym teacher got so heated at a kid one day because he like pretty much told me he wasn't like a real teacher. The guy got so mad. He was screaming at him like it was crazy shit. They get really defensive if you tell them they're not real teachers.
I
I
have
mean-
an old story. I wanted to bring it up when we were talking about size. I remember when I first transferred to high school with Jack and Danny. Arts, shout out Coach Arts. I walked into the office and I was like, "Hey, I just came from Brockton. I'm going to be your new student." And he's like, "Oh, Driscoll, you're a big guy." I was like, "Yeah." And he's like, "You ever think about playing football?" I'm like, "I love football. You know, like I know plays pretty well. I know he'd probably put me tight end or something like that." And I looked at him. I was like, "Not for you." Like, and he was like, "Okay."
Did you say that to him?
Yeah, I just came from Brockton. I was used to yelling at my teachers. I was used to like being mean to them. Like, he was like, "Not for
Man,
you."
you were
And he-
used to be.
you been
Explain
to Brock-
this.
Okay,
Brockton's fucked up.
Brockton. Shout out Brockton. I love you to death. The streets raised me. We were not nice to each other at all in that school. Like people would fight teachers. There'd be a fist fight every 10 seconds in the hallways. It was great. I mean, you have like
teachers.
you have like 5,000 kids. I saw a bunch of people. Shout out Malik, who like squared up with a teacher, and the teacher was like,
Dude,
"Get-
I'd be
get out."
so mad if I was a teacher and a kid tried to fight me. Because like you can't fight back, right?
can't.
Because he's a
Fuck.
minor
Yeah,
or she. You know, if any ladies are really feeling
yeah. Ladies would
wild
fight.
that day.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. So you can't like fight them. You don't want to let them hit you. What do you do?
You put them in a bear hug. Do some UFC shit because that's technically a restraint.
Now,
That's technically
See,
not
what
an-
my solution would be, you just become boys with like one of like the tough kids, and like anybody gives you trouble, right? You're
people
like,
would do that.
hey Johnny, I don't like the way this guy's talking to me.
You just send out hits like a hockey goon. You're like, "Hey, this guy's
Teacher
headhunt.
mafia.
Go take him out."
No, it's not headhunting. You just have you have security.
Security.
It's a little
Dude.
mafia kind of bullshit, yo.
Brockton's like, do
but
you know
yeah, shout
Fall
out Jim.
River? Sam, you know Fall River and like Worcester and shit.
I know
Don't
Fall
even-
River.
it's
I
the
have been
equivalent.
there.
Worcester to
It is
Brockton.
world
Worcester's not that
class
bad.
Fall River.
Worcester's not that bad.
Dude, I lived in Worcester
I
for a
don't think
while.
I've ever
The
been to
only problem-
Worcester.
The only problem with Worcester is the homeless people. There's a lot of homeless people in Worcester.
I worked in the
Stop.
Worcester schools, Liam. It's not great.
My dad worked in the Worcester schools. He knows. He's like, yeah, it's a shit city, but it's not as bad as Brockton.
All right, I'll take your word
Worcester
for
has
it.
sure, it's got a nice town hall.
It does
It's a
not.
nice city.
I went to a bathroom. First of all, they have like delegated bathroom times when kids are allowed to use the bathroom. First of all, and second of all, I went into a bathroom, right, and there's just no door on the stall. It's just like the toilet, and there's no door. Like there's no walls. It's just the toilet in the middle of the bathroom. And I'm like, okay,
Does
either
it
a
lock?
kid does the bathroom lock? No, like
Yeah.
it's a normal school bathroom with like urinals and multiple stalls, but one of the stalls just had the doors and walls taken off.
Dude, I was like mortified in middle school. Like they didn't have locks on the bathroom stalls.
Yo, that
And,
shit's
like,
stressful.
Yeah. No. Like that was the thing. Like I remember I brought it up to my mom and she was like, we're gonna talk to them about this. And then like I guess like they changed it. But like, dude, how the fuck do you go to the bathroom with no stall?
That's why I wouldn't shit at school. Fuck that.
Like, dude, I pee in a stall. Just
Mhm.
Oh,
because
you're one of
like I've been
those
so
guys?
used to it for years, and then
No,
like
yeah,
I can't pee in a urinal now.
Facts.
You're
I
a
agree.
shy peer?
You're
You guys are
shy-
shy
I am.
peer?
I'm a shy
Yes,
peer.
100%.
Danny,
am-
we've been to the garden enough times to where it's just like you
Listen.
find an open spot, you go.
Refuse.
Listen, I'm not gonna lie, I pee in the sink. Like, like,
Shout out sink peeing. It's a freeing experience.
Well, why?
listen,
Make
me
it
and
better.
like 4 other dudes were in a bathroom. We're at a bar. The line's long as fuck.
In
we
a
all went-
bar?
We all went into one bathroom. One was in the trash can. One was in the sink. 2 were in the toilet. One was in the cup in the corner. I drew the sink.
Danny, you ever urinal hop? There's a video of me drunk as shit in Plymouth, just hopping urinal to urinal midstream. Like fucking
Maybe you guys
idiot.
are different breeds. What the fuck is wrong with you?
No, I-
So
I
when you
think
go to
Danny and I
the
just don't have-
doctors,
I think we don't have shame.
when you go to the doctors and like they make you pee in the cup, and then you have to stop peeing. It's like the hardest thing. Like when you're like mid pee and you have to stop.
No,
It's like
you gotta
painful.
ration your water. You gotta drink half a bottle. That's the sweet spot.
No, the key is it's kind of like a moving cup kind of deal. So you gotta have it there. You pee over the toilet, and then
Yeah,
once you're filled, you move the cup.
that's
Stop
facts.
peeing.
It's fair.
Why would you just like hold it? Like
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
painful.
I do what I gotta do. I do my job, and then I get out of there. I go there, say, "Here's my piss," and then I leave, and then I go home and finish my business.
Psychos.
No,
Fuck,
I'm just built different. What do you want from me?
I don't mess with it. That's so,
Alright,
like, oh.
should we talk about something sports related for this?
Oh
Let's-
yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
I
trying
had
to
one.
think.
If you could switch sports stadiums, let's say like the Celtics had to move to a new stadium, they had to switch. What would you pick? Like,
Listen,
what-
I have two easy picks for this. They're
Okay.
the easiest things I've ever done in the world. Patriots want to switch stadiums. We're taking Jacksonville's. They have a fucking pool in the stadium. You're
Wow.
telling me you don't want to
Alright,
be
Is
7
the
beers
stadium
deep?
is the stadium moving here,
That's
or the
my question.
Patriots moving to the stadium?
Liam.
You're swapping stadiums. You
So-
like
so
the Patriots are still going to play in Foxborough. The Jacksonville's still going to play in
Alright.
Jacksonville.
Yeah,
I
so
still
no,
want
th-
Swap.
dude, it'll be like January. You can't go in the pool.
Yeah.
Maybe
Bro,
they made it a hot tub.
Ice skating. Ice skating.
Ice skating.
Let me
It'd be
tell you.
cool.
Who wants to do
Let me
that?
tell you.
It's not
If the
relaxing.
Pats win like an overtime thriller in the AFC Championship in January, of course I'm jumping in the pool.
Jumping in the pool.
There's
fuck it.
zero question I'm in that pool like that. Like that.
I would say either the new Ram Stadium because that I really like the aesthetics of that. I like the circular TVs on the top thing that they got going on, or
Mhm.
the Dallas because they just have a fucking bitchin' stadium.
Jerry
you know?
World, yeah, I mean,
Yeah, but if you could have that with like Gillette's infrastructure of like keeping things clean and like having this,
Not
like,
being Texas and
yeah, like that'd be insane. Imagine you go to the Gillette Stadium, there's just a fucking 70-foot TV in the middle,
that'd be kind of sick.
no, yeah.
and like just having all the food you could ever want. Ugh, I love Gillette.
I'm trying to think
Anyway.
of basketball.
Wait,
NBA
can
stadiums
you,
are too
is it
similar.
all you can eat in Dallas? Is that a thing?
Well, they got like every food you could ever want.
It's probably
just-
expensive
yeah.
though.
Oh well, yeah, it's Jerry Jones. You think he's fucking giving any discounts? No, sir.
Is there? I'm trying to think if there's any like special NBA
Uh,
stadiums. I feel
I
like they're all
really
too
like-
similar.
The Rockets and the Pistons, I really like their stadiums. I don't know why. but-
Sacramento has a nice
yeah, they do
arena.
too.
I don't know them well enough. if being
I'm
honest.
just gonna give a shout out to the Staples Center. That's a
Shout
nice
out to
place.
the center. Yeah,
It's got some history, so I'll take the Staples Center.
I know Sam is fundamentally against Madison Square
Yeah.
Garden.
I don't understand.
nice.
I don't No, I'm not fundamentally against it. I
He
just don't
doesn't get it.
understand what all
I
the
don't
hype
either.
is.
Yeah.
I don't
It's,
understand
it's
why.
just a stadium. It's kind of like
What's
the Yankee Stadium.
what's historic about them?
Been there forever.
It's been there forever.
Just
Knicks
like
suck,
think of like
So
the
what?
garden. The TD Garden got torn down and they gave a new one. If we still had the old garden, it would be as big as Madison Square Garden.
It's like
Well,
yeah, like
because they won 17 championships. The Knicks have never won anything. They've won twice. I don't
the-
understand.
there's still a Rangers too. Like think about Fenway. Like Fenway was still sick even when the Red Sox were on that long ass drought because it was like, oh, this shit's been here for a while.
Yeah, the Green
Fenway
Monster.
is sick. Fenway is
Fenway's
sick.
nice, but I think it's dirty. It is so dirty.
It is dirty.
Extremely
like,
old.
I don't know what they're doing. I don't care about the old part. I sit by the Monster and fucking take paint chips and be like, oh, I got a piece of the Monster.
That's
But
what
like when I walk out to go get food and it's just disgusting, it's musty. I'm like, I'm all set. The upper
Listen.
decks though, that's what the good shit is. You sit like
Listen.
in the grandstands.
The only thing I'm trying to replace with the Garden is just I want legroom. I'm sure
Yeah,
Sam
very true.
understands.
It's
Liam
very
understands. You
Well,
guys
the
all
hack-
understand.
I'm
They
gonna stop
redid
you right there. The
seating.
hack to the legroom, right, is you either sit in the club seats, which are fire because they're called premium seats, and you get to go in a little early, or you sit. So the hack is they have the club seats are like behind the lower bowl, right? So they're the
Mhm.
black seats, or well, all the seats are black now, but when it was black and yellow seats, it was the big black seats, right? And then in the corners, the seats are the same size, but they're not premium. So they're cheaper. Those are the ones. Like the section that's just off the sideline view.
See, here's my thing. I'm a balcony guy.
Facts.
That's
I'm
my
with
people.
there.
Like I'm all for splurging a game or two. You go down low, you enjoy the life. But I don't know. There's something about being in like the second to last row.
Shout out 312, section 312 at the TD Garden. Up there every fucking game.
Oh
Bro.
my god! There's me and Jack went. There's a guy yelling "fuck you, Chris Paul" next to these kids on a church trip. blaming them for them making free throws. Me and
Yeah.
Liam are in a Bruins playoff game next to a guy yelling, "Pasta, you gotta stop making Dunkin' commercials and shoot the
Fuck that
pan
guy.
puck." Like that. Those are my people.
Yeah.
Sam, this Chris
Quality
Paul
guy.
guy, he leans over to this like girl. He goes, he's screaming the whole game, "Fuck you, Chris Paul!" Right, like to the Thunder, and he leans over. He goes, "Say it, say it." She goes, "I'm 11."
And he goes, "I was 11 once too. Shut the fuck up. Say it."
No, he didn't. He didn't actually say that.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, 100%.
What a beast.
Oh my god! And she
Good for
just
him.
wouldn't do it. And he
If
made
you're
it.
an
Chris Paul
NBA
made a
free
free
agent,
throw,
you don't want to play in front of that guy 41 nights a year. I don't know what's wrong with you.
bro. And he made a free throw, and he turns to the girl. He goes, "That's your fault." That's your
And like this guy's sweating out the over with me. Like I took the over in the game, and I was like, "Oh my god, we need points." And he looks over, he goes, "How many do we need?" I said 12, and he's like, "There's a minute left. You're fucked."
I'm at a game.
Did they
I'm at a
hit?
game. Celtics
Did
playing
not
the
hit.
Nuggets. Celtics playing the Nuggets, same season, right? Oh, that Thunder game, Sam, you probably remember. Remember the game where Kemba Walker dribbled the ball?
I know exactly what game you're talking about. We went to back-to-back games, and they friggin' shit them. I went to one, and you went to the other, and they
Yeah.
shit themselves in both games. Yeah.
But I went to another game against the Nuggets. I was with my friends John Baxter, Ryan DaCosta, and their friend Jared. Right. I get there, Ryan already like gone, like so drunk off his ass. He was the only one who was 21 at the time, so he was just like long gone before we got into the stadium. So much so, I'm hiccuping right now. Sorry, I'm like pausing. But we try to get into the stadium, right? He tries to pull out his ticket, and his phone dies, and his ticket is on his phone, and we had just sent them out to everybody. So he has to sit in the line, sit on the ground at TD Garden, plug in his phone, and wait 10 minutes for it to charge. And so
I'm
we're
always
waiting there.
scared of that. I'm
Embarrassing.
always so scared of like the phone dying and you don't have your ticket.
Yeah,
That's why you send
do
it to
love-
whoever you're with.
yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
It's whatever.
I do love the new the renovations at the Garden though. The new entrance is nice. It
Yeah.
goes right up.
Right from
Yeah.
the 100%.
Yeah, it looks really great over there.
But we
now.
we get there, we all go up, whatever. We're sitting there playing Jokic, right? We're screaming down. We're like, "Jokic, I can feel you running around from here," because he was huge at the time. Like Jokic is a
Yeah.
big boy.
Shit.
People are yelling like, "We're having an earthquake in Boston for the first time in years," and everyone's just heckling him, right? And Jared comes back with 2 beers. He's 21, Ryan's 21. Jared is actually 21 too. I don't know why I didn't mention that. He brings back 2 beers. Ryan drinks his. Ryan gets up, kicks over Jared's beer. Jared's pissed, right? Because Ryan
Yeah,
doesn't know what's going
I
on.
bet he's
He's
pissed.
like, "What?"
Those beers are not cheap either.
No,
Yeah, I
they're
know.
not.
Nothing's cheap.
Yeah, and
I
so
think what's the most outrageous thing I've ever bought at you finish your story, then we'll do this.
yeah, they get 2 more, right? Ryan gets 1, Jared gets 1. Ryan kicks his over again. He kicks his second one over. Jared's pissed, right? And they brought in let's say it's water, right? They brought in liquid. They brought in water, right? And they dropped their nip size water. Okay, they brought in McGillicuddy's, right? They snuck it in, whatever. And they brought in a nip. They dropped it behind this lady in front of us. This lady has been dealing with our shit all night, right? She's there with her kid. Hates us, like despises us. And I feel so bad. John Baxter feels really bad. Drops it. Ryan leans over and goes, he goes, "Hey, can you grab my thing? We dropped it behind you." And she's like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" They left. They left in the 3rd quarter. They were so
Oh, you
like I
made
felt
them
so bad.
leave? That's
I didn't
fucked.
make them do anything. I was like, "Ryan, you need
you
to
were
stop."
part of it.
Ryan, you need to stop. Ryan then goes to walk down the stairs. We're in the balcony. His feet fall out from under him. He goes sliding down the balcony stairs on his back.
Jesus
Oh my
Christ.
god.
And me and J-Max were there crying, laughing. It was just, it was a fucking mess. But yeah,
Oh, no,
and then
That mom's kind of soft. Being around drunk guys in Boston like games, like that builds character.
yeah,
That's just like that's a rite of passage to be a kid
Yeah.
from Massachusetts.
And then
you
he's-
have to
he's-
be yelled at by a drunk man at a sport event.
and then he almost got kicked off the tee because he was sprinting down the aisle. I had left them at.
Just sprinting
it's
down
so-
the aisle.
Dude, it's
Yeah.
so hard to get kicked off the tee. You can
He
get so
sprinted-
much shit
no,
on
it
that
was
and they
the
don't
commuter-
care.
It was the commuter rail.
Oh
to-
no, never mind. That's a whole different
Yeah,
beast.
yeah,
They don't
I-
fuck
whole
around on
different
the commuter
ballgame.
rail.
yeah,
They
he
don't
was-
fuck around.
he
They're
sprinted-
legit.
You don't fuck with the
sprinted down
commuter
aisle.
rail.
And
Oh,
face planted on the commuter.
Dude, the red line, there were people blowing joint smoke in children's faces on the red line. And like the people were like, whatever, just like shut up. It was after the Pats parade, so like whatever, get over it. But like the commuter rail, like you fuck up once, like the purple line, like you're done. You're fucking done. Any train that you need an actual ticket for that they punch, you're fucked.
Sam, what were you saying? The most ridiculous thing
What's like the most outrageous thing you've paid to eat at a sporting event?
I wasn't gonna say paid to eat, but most outrageous thing we've ever gotten is when Jack, Danny, and I went to the Celtics and we got balloons and we held them
You
for
got
the entire
balloons?
game. Yep.
Really?
We didn't pay for them, but
We didn't pay for it,
balloons.
but
It was
that-
one of
I think
those
that was the
free
most-
balloons you
Yeah,
walk
but
around the concourse.
I think that's the most outrageous thing we've ever had. Is they were like, "You want balloons?" We were like, "Fuck it, yeah," and they gave us.
I regretted
balloons.
it.
I
They
don't,
just
because
sat at our
there's a
feet.
no, because there's just a fire photo of us at the end holding out balloons. It's a pretty good
True.
photo.
I don't know. I looked bad as fuck in that video.
I looked
That
weird.
picture-
Yeah, that was pretty bad.
But,
But-
hey,
but, you know, it's
Worst
fine.
thing I paid to eat, I bought one of those big buckets of chicken tenders for my family. My sister was playing in the halftime game for one of the Celtics games.
oh, that's fire.
And they were just like, "Oh, go get food for everybody," and I bought one of those big fucking tubs of
How
chicken.
How
Didn't-
many? How much does that cost? How much does it come with?
I think it's like 20 something, and it comes with like 12
Oh.
of the tender, something like that. It's enough to feed.
That's
like a bunch
that's
of
honestly
people.
not bad.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
not
but
terrible.
it's like garden
Stadium
food.
pricing, not bad.
But like for garden food, like it just doesn't hit. Like unless you're like a couple beers in, it doesn't taste that good. So like
What's
I
it
took
called?
one, I
I-
was sober, and I was like, "Ugh."
I think I've bought a hot dog before, and now here's the thing, right? I don't believe in going out to eat and getting a hot dog because I can eat like 10 hot dogs.
Yeah.
Like, why would you pay more than like 50 cents for something that you can eat like 10 of? Never mind paying like, I don't know, it's probably like $6 for a Fenway Frank. Like,
Yeah.
like you were talking about the bucket of chicken. I was like, you know what? That actually sounds lit. Like, I eat like a machine. Like, I eat like an insane amount of food at once. Like, I think it's because I run and like I can just eat and eat and eat. Like, let's see, I went to my friend's house for football on Sunday and we got large pizzas. I just ate my own. Like, and it was like not like a Domino's large pizza. Like, I was actually like kind of full at the end. Like, you know, that was Diesel if I was full at the end.
Diesel.
I love it. Oh man, dude.
I think the most outrageous thing I've paid for is I've fully paid the upcharge for like getting my ice cream in like the little like Red Sox can. I've fully paid that upcharge like maybe 3 times. Like
it's a nice cap, I will say.
it is
I
a
do
nice-
that.
You go home, you wash it out.
Yeah,
It's a
well,
nice
change
size
it
bowl
there.
for ice cream at home, I will say. It's a
Yeah?
decent investment.
No, it's not.
If you don't want to eat a
Dude,
lot of ice
I
cream.
can eat an entire pint of Ben and Jerry's. Like, I don't
Sure.
know what this mouse-sized portion that you're talking about is.
All right, see, because I don't run, I don't exercise, Sam. So I can't.
Still, like
Yeah,
even
it
when I
kinda
wasn't
adds
running,
up
like
here.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
adds up a little bit, bro.
oh,
I think
man.
I do a similar thing to Danny, but I get the you know the Celtics like cups that you can take home when you get the extra large, whatever.
Yeah,
like,
no, you have to get that for a
Yeah,
couple of reasons. One,
yeah.
you can take it home. 2, I'm pretty sure you can fill it for free if you get one. 3, well, I mean, here's the hack, right? I usually get a water, so they give you the friggin' Dasani bottle. What you gotta do is you gotta go to the bathroom and fill it back up in the sink.
Garden water? I don't know
Oh.
if I trust that.
No,
Yeah, that
I've never
sounds a
done
little
that, but
sus.
I've definitely thought about it though.
I mean, if you
I've
want
never been like-
SARS, feel free. Good, more
Fucking
power
group.
to you.
Oh man.
Wait, so
What's
Jack, oh wait, no, go ahead, Sam.
no no
I
that was me.
yeah.
I was gonna
Oh.
bullshit. I was gonna say some random shit. What were you gonna say, Liam?
I was gonna say even something even stupider, but that's my bread and butter. So Jack, when you were yelling at Jokic, right? Would you say you were within heckling distance?
All right.
Yep.
Liam's off the show. You're taking it here. Get fucking by. Get out of
Alright,
here.
bye.
Goodbye, Liam. It's just the office now.
All right. So while we're talking about heckling, I want to hear everyone's best chirps you've ever said to a professional athlete.
Mine was probably the Jokic to the Chris Paul thing. I don't chirp much. I'm a quiet dude. You guys know me. I don't say much. So that Jokic line was probably some of the best shit that I said. I said some shit to the Pistons. I remember I went to the Taco game where Taco went in for like the first time of the season or whatever,
Mhm.
and Brad Stevens went like this, and I was hype. I said some shit. I don't even remember what I said. I was like, when your best player is Steve Mikhailou, no one knows who the fuck you are. And I was just like, because like the Pistons are terrible, right? Like Steve Mikhailou dropped 21 on the Celtics, but we were still winning by 30. So I was just talking shit to the whole organization at that point. So it was just.
I think my best thing was I went to a Red Sox A's game in the 2019 series, and I had one of those seats right behind the first baseline, like about 3 rows up, so you could hear me. And one of the A's pitchers was up, and I don't know why they didn't throw me out because I was a couple beers in. But I was like, Moneyball was a shit movie.
That's a good one.
The guy swung and missed, so I think he definitely heard me. I will attribute that to me. That was a good game.
Chirp. Sam, best chirp.
Dude, like I'm such like a nice guy. Like, dude, I don't know. It's not that I don't believe in it. Like, obviously, like talk your shit. Like, I get heated when I play Xbox. Like, I'll talk shit. But like, at a game, I just don't think it's worth it. Usually, I'm with my parents too. That's another thing. Yeah. But, you know, I don't know. I'm usually like the opposite. Like, I'm always encouraging like the home team. Like, if I'm at a Celtics game, like I'm clapping the whole time, like cheering. But I don't know. I can't think of
good
anything.
Chirps.
I don't think I've ever said anything, at least to a pro athlete. I don't know. That's a good question.
I don't give a shit about pro athletes because if I say something that gets in their head, what are they going to do? They're going to jump over the stands and beat the shit out of me? Oh, they're going to throw me out for the rest of the game? Boo-hoo.
That'd be a great story. I wish a pro athlete would beat the shit out of me. That'd be a fucking amazing story.
I guess you could say I was part of the "Where is Kyrie" chant the second time.
That's okay. I'll take that.
Time. So I mean, and that got to him. The poor guy. He had to take to Instagram. He shook.
Yeah, bitch.
That's
bitch.
key.
I feel like Danny has a good story brewing.
Listen, you guys know. I know you guys aren't really hockey guys except for Liam, but do you know Cale Makar?
Cale Makar.
No.
So Cale Makar was like a very good top prospect. He now plays for Colorado. He's a great defenseman, like very good player. I really like watching him play hockey. But it was 2 years ago. UMass, the team he played for, was the number 1 team in hockey. And
he played for UMass.
He played for UMass. It was number 1 team in college hockey. And Quinnipiac, where I go to school, was a number 3 team in college hockey. And we had a weekend matchup against them. And oh my God, was I amped up. I was like, this is our year. We're going to take UMass. We're going to put them in our back pocket, whatever. So we get there, and they're already warming up right in front of us. And I just start chirping. I say, Cale, your parents wanted a vegetable for a child, and they got you. I got a look. He gave me a little look, like, what the fuck did that kid just say? and I just was relentless on him all night. He fell, and he started, like, looking at the ref, looking for a trip, and I said, get the man a Band-Aid. He was rattled. I yelled, get me a bucket, one of my favorites, but my favorite moment as a fan, one of them has to be in the Bruins playoff game me and Liam went to. I've started a few Let's Go Bruins chants that have gone stadium-wide.
We got on TV. We
did get on TV.
Twice.
We got on,
yeah. We're famous.
And when the Red Sox came back in Sunday Night Baseball in 2018, I was out of my mind just chirping. I don't even remember what I said. I started a lot of Let's Go Red Sox chants. I almost took my shirt off in front of my mother, completely sober, and I just was amped up. It was just a very, very good energy.
I have a story about so we used to have season tickets to the Red Sox, right? Back in the day, right? So 2008 ALCS, they're playing Tampa, and me and my dad are there, and this fucking guy, he's got to be like 300 pounds. The Red Sox are like down big, and they start coming back, right? He takes his shirt off, and everybody starts getting wicked amped because he the dude took his shirt off.
It's the funny,
yeah, dude, it was the funniest shit I've ever seen in my life up to that point. And like they like kicked him out, and everyone was so mad.
Why did they kick him out?
I love that. I love when people get kicked out and the entire stadium just starts booing.
Yeah.
No, yeah, you get kicked out if you like take your shirt off. It's so stupid.
Why?
Like I don't know. Like if I'm just shirtless at Fenway in the summer, like what?
I wonder if there's like a cutoff to that. Like if you're like a model and you take your shirt off, do you think they're gonna kick you out?
Yeah, that girl flashed her tits at the hockey game.
It doesn't
That's
count.
different. That's very different, Leo.
No, like a
mean,
male model.
Well, when you're a girl and you take your shirt off, I don't think
No,
any
yeah,
like
not
big
females,
ass guy is
males.
gonna rip his shirt off.
Yeah.
No, because the only people that would rip their shirt off at sporting events are fucking 300-pound people.
Now, where's the cutoff though? Like, if I'm at Fenway in the summer, dead of summer, like August game, and it's like 97, I'm wearing like my jersey, I've got a few buttons undone. At what point do they kick me out?
You
I'd
can
say if
have all of them undone. I think once you start showing shoulder, once you start getting like this
I
area,
was gonna
all
say that
clavicle?
if it
Yeah.
comes off your back, like that's it.
What's people's issue with shoulders, man? Like that was always a rule in school too. Like you're never allowed to like. Is there like a weird fetish for shoulders or some shit? Like what is the deal?
I don't know. I'm just
Girls
saying,
wear
as a
sandals.
man, when I'm a man and I see a woman's shoulder, I lose it. I freak out. I can't contain myself.
Shut up.
I turn into a different beast.
Dude,
I
don't
will
get
say-
Oh.
I will say they don't kick you out at Gillette if you're shirtless.
No, Gillette is very relaxed about that.
Because the Revs were in the playoffs in 2015. It was
that's
a big game. I body painted with like 3 other guys, and we were in the front row in like the support section.
It's such a nice
Well,
area.
body paint is different too, because you're still like kind of
Covered.
decorating yourself. Yeah.
Yeah,
What about people that paint like letters on their stomach? You know,
No,
like,
that's
that is-
fine.
that's what I'm
Yeah.
talking about. Like it was body
Yeah.
paint. Like
Yeah.
I don't
You're
know.
doing it with a purpose.
I guess.
Sure, if
I
you
mean,
just
hey,
wanted to
that guy
figure
at Fenway had a purpose. He was trying to get the crowd amped up. It worked.
Wow.
it
no.
worked.
I don't
Or-
think I hate anybody more at sporting events than the guy that starts the wave. Because like once I'm in a wave, let's go. I'm all for it. But if you're that asshole who just left, like he commuted from a college a few hours away, and he's like, "Let's go!" I'm like, no, just sit
I-
down.
Dan.
My favorite thing
literally
about
Dan.
the wave is when you're at Fenway, and so it goes all the way around, then it gets to the monster, and they just kind of skip the monster, like, fuck them, and then it goes
Yeah.
right to center field again, and they're all up there, they're doing it, and it's already like in right field.
Yeah. There's like 3 people doing it, and you're like, good effort.
Danny, have you ever tried to start the wave? I feel like that'd be you.
No, I'm not a big wave guy.
Interesting.
Understandable.
I'm a big chant guy. I'm not a big wave guy.
No,
Uh,
I can't be a chant guy because if I start a chant and no one else goes, embarrassed. I have to leave.
Yeah.
No, see, I started to try. I tried to
You
start
chant.
a "Let's Go Red Sox" chant when we were down 2 against the Yankees, bottom of the 9th. People looked at me like, "What's this kid doing?" I gave him a turn around. I said, "Come on, what are we doing?"
Man of the people.
A man of the people. And then after they scored a run, I looked around. And I said, "Are we doing this now?"
And did they?
Oh, wait.
And they did. They were in it. And then
Did you win the game?
they won the game. They walked off the game. I was getting tackled by random people.
I just want to say, Danny Bright Lights is an electric factory. You could probably power a small town with the energy Danny gives off at sporting events.
Bro, did I tell you guys about my Italian soccer experience?
I was gonna ask you to. No,
No.
go ahead.
Oh my god. That easily the #1 sporting event I've ever been to. So I got an Airbnb experience when I was in Florence, and we went to a Fiorentina game. And it brought us into the supporter section with all the diehard Fiorentina fans. And it was a Coppa Italia game against Atalanta on like a Wednesday afternoon. This was fresh after the national championship in college football. And I had just bet LSU to win. So I took all my wings from LSU and I threw them on Fiorentina. They were big dogs. So I was like, okay, yeah, fuck it. Like, if I want to be invested. So we're there. We're talking to the guy. It's like, he's like, yeah, I don't think we're going to win. I said, don't say that. I put money on Fiorentina. We're not losing this game. And he goes, I don't know. Like, Atalanta's like the better team here for
How
sure.
much you put on it?
I think I put like $30 on it, and they were like plus like $260. So it was like to win like $50.
I thought it was
Okay.
like $200.
Yeah,
I thought
Danny,
that's where you're going.
I thought you were going to put some big bucks down.
Yeah.
Listen.
When you said you put your winnings down, it's like, geez, you probably paid
How much did you bet on the LSU game?
They had terrible odds because LSU was so good. So like I only put like $25.
I will say, if I was to bet, I would have bet Bama. I'm a big Bama fan. Nick Saban has Corona, by the way. Hope he.
Yeah.
Hope he
Big rip.
Rip.
RIP next.
But so we're there. He's like, nah, like they're not gonna win. I'm like, nah, man, listen, they're winning. So we're up there. It's a sick experience. They're waving the flags. They're singing in Italian. I'm clapping along. I'm with it. I see like the guy at the pub down the street that I'm at every night. He sees me. He buys me around. Like, it was just, the Italians were great. And early goal, 11th minute or something, Fiorentina comes in, they score. I'm being tackled. They're tackled. We're pushing each other. We're all up in the shit. It was the most fucking lit thing I've ever experienced at that point. You know, the game goes on, whatever. Atlanta pulls one back. Heartbreaker. Even more of a heartbreaker. Fiorentina gets a red card in the 70th minute. They're down a man. It's not looking good. We're still chanting. We're still singing. And then, 81st minute, a beautiful pass. Guy absolutely buries it into the bottom corner. When I say I lost my shit, I'm tackling Italian men. Italian men are tackling me. I'm on the floor of this concrete-ass stadium just fucking pumping my fists because Fiorentina just basically won the game. People are they had to have, like, they have glass that, like, separates, like, the supporter section to the fans. People are running down to the glass and climbing.
Oh, no.
It was the most surreal thing I've ever experienced. And we're just fucking amped up.
Hold up.
Fiorentina.
Dude. Jesus Christ.
But it was easily one of the best experiences of my life.
Yeah, I was lucky enough to go to Anfield to watch Liverpool, and that was lit. It wasn't like what you got, but it was pretty cool. And I want to go back so bad, but it was super cool. I always wanted to go to a soccer game in Europe just because, you know, they're so passionate and stuff, and like did not disappoint at all.
Listen, the European soccer environment does not even like
It doesn't compare to anything.
Anything we have here sucks compared to that. Those fans were fucking lit. Like, yeah, we have like some diehard Pats fans, whatever. Like, you go.
I would say the Celtics people are really crazy.
No, not to this degree.
European soccer crazy though. Like, these people, like, their chants are like "fuck your mother," like your mother's a whore. The ref's mother's.
We just
cunt,
need to
like,
be more
whatever.
Coordinated. They need to start doing that at the Garden, but they're just too soft.
I will say, what was it, the Patriots game when they started chanting bullshit? I think against the Ravens in the AFC, and it was like the loudest fucking thing I've ever heard. I think that was probably the best. Or any Bama or LSU game. I think that's like the closest.
Like, yeah, you have like some good stuff, like Neck by Neck for
Dixieland Delight.
It's like, that's good, but like it's only like a one-time thing. These people are relentless. Their songs are literally just "fuck you." Like there's a song like Atalanta Benna. I don't know what Benna is, but like
good.
I think the guy turned to me and told me like, yeah, you're saying like "fuck their mother," and I'm like, well, here we go, fuck their mother. Like, I don't know, I was in it.
My cousin's boyfriend is from England. Shout out Charlie. So whenever Charlie and I get together, he's like, he loves the Golden State Warriors. So he's like, oh, come over, we'll have some brews, watch Steph Curry. I'm like, all right. And then he's like, I'm going to put on soccer. Is that okay? I'm like, yeah, I get fucking into it. It's just me and him in my cousin's apartment screaming at TVs. It's the two of us doing chants. We did one about being like a big fat bastard. We're like, we conquered all the chippies. Like, it's just, it's infectious. TV screen, like you can tell, like Europeans do it right.
Listen, I am so excited for 2026 when the World Cup comes to the U.S.
We're going.
Yeah,
I don't care. I don't care if it's Nigeria versus like Croatia in like a group round. We have to go to one. I will put on my Nigerian flag. I will fucking.
Yeah, no, we'll be big Nigeria fans. Just
big Nigeria.
We gotta pick. We gotta pick like the biggest underdog in the tournament. And just root
no,
for them.
I don't care. I will go to any. If I can afford one game, I will rep whoever I like.
Is it?
It's split between.
It's going to be throughout the states.
No, it's split between
and
Canada, North
Canada.
America, and Mexico.
Yeah.
Okay.
The final is being played at
It's
MetLife.
it's in MetLife.
It's in MetLife.
Oh
But
wow.
Foxborough will at least get one group stage. I don't know if they're going to get anything more than that, but they're definitely getting one.
All right, bet. I'm down to go. That sounds fucking electric.
I'm just saying, fuck this year. Where are they at? Qatar?
Yeah, Qatar.
They had to push it back because Qatar is so fucking hot. They had to push it back 6 months because it would be like 130 degrees when they were playing.
Why
So
would
they
they
can play in
plan
Brazil
that?
when it's
Why would they just
fucking
not
humid.
have it there? Like,
Yeah,
just
I
have
don't
it
know.
somewhere else.
Because Qatar is beautiful. I mean, like, I
but
get
it's
why
too
you
hot.
have it.
But they were using slaves to build the stadium. Like that's like a whole
That
thing
happened. Look at Brazil, dude. Like, it's disgusting.
Jesus
They have
Christ.
shit there all the time.
All right. On the topic of slaves building stadiums, I think that's a good time to start to wrap up the episode there. I don't know if we can get any further than that.
And yeah, that's kind of killer.
Speaking of slaves, did you guys see?
Whoa.
Jesus
What's the
Christ.
segue? What's the segue? Keep
Did
going.
you guys see Bill Burr's monologue on Saturday?
It was
And-
great.
And people were fucking heated about it.
Yeah, because
Oh,
white
it's
women are
good.
the angriest people on earth for no good reason.
Yeah. No, I love Bill Burr. I'm so happy he's one of
He's
us.
from Canton, right?
He's from
is he?
Mass somewhere.
I
I
think
don't know
he's from
exactly,
Canton.
but he's from Mass. Yeah.
Was
So
it on-
Shout
it
out,
was on
shout out Bill
SNL,
Burr.
right?
Let's
Yeah.
let's get Bill Burr on the podcast.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
love
Bill
to do a
Burr.
podcast with Bill Burr.
All right, lightning round. If you could have one person on the podcast, who would it be? Go, Jack.
Oh, I have no idea. That's
Come on, Jack.
Oh,
This
It's
podcast
Grant
or our
Williams.
other
It's Grant
podcast?
Williams. I already know what your answer
no,
is. You love-
because that was gonna be my initial answer, but I'd rather have them on the Celtics podcast. For this one, do you guys know?
podcast or the other one?
this one.
This one.
You know Trent? You know Trent from Barstool? I like
Yeah,
Trent.
I fuck Trent.
I love
Why
Trent.
you don't like Trent?
I like
I
Trent.
love
I
Trent.
like 4 people on Barstool. I like Dave. I like Greeny. I like Carabas, and I like K Marco.
You
Love
like
Trent.
Greeny?
I like
I love
Greeny. I love Greeny. What are you talking about? You don't
His
like Greeny?
blogs are terrible.
What do you mean? They're so in depth. You
That's
listen.
not what
I
I'm
know-
there for.
Listen, you and I are team.
Man, if you're reading
Fortnite.
a basketball blog, you need to be reading it for like the right reasons. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not reading it
People-
for the right reason. I want to read like, listen, what the fuck was that? Like Carabas is great.
The most unbiased writer.
I
All
love
right,
Trent.
Sam, you could have
Trent.
somebody. Would it be?
oh man, I feel like you guys know who Jim Jeffries is.
Yeah.
Vaguely.
Yeah, I feel like Jim Jeffries would be really cool to do a podcast with. Yeah.
Danny?
Don't think too hard.
No, skip me, come back. I'll get it in 2 seconds.
I want Dave. El
That was-
Presidente.
That's what I was thinking. It was too generic though. I had to skip.
No,
it.
it can be generic, but to have Dave Portnoy on here shooting the shit, I'd love that.
Listen,
Sorry.
here's gonna be a big throwback. I want Sean Thornton from the Bruins to be on the
Sean
podcast.
Thornton, that would be good.
Ask
That
him.
man talked.
DM
That
him.
man talked a lot of shit back in the day. I fucking love Sean Thornton.
Oh,
Sean Thornton beat the shit out of a lot of people in my childhood. It was great.
I have a great one. Pat McAfee. I want Pat McAfee.
Oh,
That'd be a good one.
He's a class act.
Well
The
done.
legend.
Yeah, so if anyone listening to this has connections to any of those people,
I've
definitely
given
let
you
us
enough
know.
money, Dave. I've given you so much money through the Barstool store. I have a Team Portnoy quarter zip. I wear it out all the time, an inordinate amount of times I wear it out. So
I DM'd Barstool Trent. I DM'd him. He's not answered me.
get Greeny on this podcast. We got him on
Greeny
the other
this
one.
podcast.
I don't know if we
can
could do
ask him.
Greeny on this one. I feel like that would like be offensive to him.
Yeah,
We talk about his dogs.
true. We can ask him. We'll see what the word is. I don't know. I'll figure
Right,
it out. We'll definitely start to have some cool guests.
I don't know if
Hopefully
he's a
it's fun.
heckler though. He's not like a.
Yeah, know.
Yeah, it's true. That is true.
we gotta find some good hecklers. Gotta find something good.
I'm sure there are people from Barstool you could get for sure though, because he did ours, multiple times.
Yeah. We just gotta
I
find
feel
the
like
right.
Greeny's more of a renegade in the Barstool world. Dave hates him.
Yeah, he's
He's
not
kind
really. He's not really like in like the Barstool universe. Really, like him and like Jerry Thornton, like they're in the universe. They just kind of block.
Lucky balls. Love you, old balls. Well, like Carabas has like hubs, like everybody. KFC has fights, everybody has their person. I want to say I don't want to alienate Barstool. KFC, you need to be funnier. I just want to say that right now. I love you, but come on.
Oh man,
One
we're
minute-
making enemies.
A 1 minute man, like in the beginning, it was really cool, but like, also fuck Barstool Game Time. I'm tired of them. I could run that account so much better. I'm tired of Fortnite. I'm so over it.
I'm tired of Fortnite.
All right, we're not gonna take a whole segment just to talk about what Liam thinks of Barstool.
Name this
Um,
podcast Fuck Barstool. There you go.
All right.
All
Uh,
right.
Heel
anyways,
turn.
We'll start to wrap this up. Liam, no more Barstool slander. We like them here.
I do.
What do you need to say before you wrap this up, Liam?
No, that's it. Barstool,
That's
I
it.
love what you do. Some of your content is brain dead.
All right,
Mwah.
Danny. Let's go to Danny. Get the fuck out of here.
I got my first men's league hockey game tonight.
Oh, you're playing hockey? I thought it was basketball when you
No, I'm playing hockey, and
Oh boy.
I watched Miracle on Ice last night. I'm gonna put 50 goals in because of it. I am amped up. Likes feed the wolf, fellas.
All right, Sam.
All right.
Oh wait, I'll
Hey,
go.
you go
You're gonna
first.
outro us. Yeah,
No,
yeah. I've been
Jesus,
collecting cards
salty.
lately. That's what I got going on. I got a rookie Jason Tatum. I just got a rookie Luca. I got a rookie Shaq. A bunch of rookies. Hopefully, can make some money off that, so I don't just waste all my money and go broke. But yeah, you can follow me at Bannertown Jack. Follow Bannertown USA on Twitter too. That's where we drop all these podcasts. Trying to grow that, bring you guys some nice content. And
Yep.
yeah, Sam, go ahead.
Yeah, like he said, follow Bannertown USA. Follow all of these guys. I'm sure their Twitters will be in the description of this pod on Twitter. Definitely listen to From the Rafters if you don't already. Follow Bannertown, which I already said. Read the blogs and follow at Bannertown Sam. That's our show for today. See you later.